The importance of outdoor play in childhood. I'm Nox, and I want to ask you a few questions. Raise your hand if you like learning. Raise your hand if you like taking risks. Raise your hand if you like playing outside. Finally, raise your hand and cheer if you like playing outside. Okay, that's a good start. Then I think you're going to like my talk. I love playing outside too. Playing outside can be crazy things like skydiving, but it can also be simple things like playing tag, climbing trees, or even just relaxing. It's limitless, really. You can do anything, whether it's cold or hot, wherever you are. The limit is your imagination. The limit is yourself. I believe it's essential for all children to play outside. Playing outside is a great way to learn many things, and one of the most important things is taking risks. Childhood is the time in our life where we can fail, learn, fail again, be scared, then finally succeed. Playing outside is a great opportunity to do just that. A great example of playing outside is climbing a tree. In America, I had a yard with many trees, perfect for climbing. I remember climbing them, going around the trunk, following the branches, and many times I would get stuck. Should I go back around, call for help? Panic would start to set in as I would see how far away the ground was. I remember going back around, but my foot was firmly stuck between the branches. As I struggled to free my foot, I remember feeling scared that I'd never get back down, or worse, fall. But then I waited until I calmed down and thought about a plan of action. I took off my shoe, changed positions, and was finally able to move freely again. I finally made my way safely back to the ground, feeling satisfied that I overcame the obstacle by myself. Other examples of outdoor play activities that I'm grateful to have done in my life are when I was 2 years old, riding my balance bike up and down the woodpile in my backyard. When I was older, mountain biking in the hills and forests of South Africa. Climbing to the top of a wild mountain on the Italian island of Sardinia. Scuba diving in the reefs of Bonaire, home to many sea creatures, including sharks. But my favorite outdoor activity is just running around and playing with my friends or family. Making up new games, building a fort in the wood, or playing army men with guns made out of sticks. There are many other benefits of playing outside too, like fresh air, relaxation. It clears your mind and gets your heart pumping. Furthermore, playing outside gives you important life skills like teamwork, social skills, perseverance, problem solving, and finally my favorite skill, risk-taking. In February 2021, Norwegian scientists studied how risky play was connected to children's well-being. They found that restrictions on children's play behaviors, following safety concerns, must be balanced against the joy and possible future benefits of thrilling play. Risky play was defined as play with great heights, play with speed, play with dangerous tools, play near dangerous elements, and play with impact, vicarious risk, and rough and tumble play. That's a lot of different types of play, right? Where can we most easily find all those risks, you might ask? We'll just open up your front door and step right outside into nature. Playing outside can open chances for taking risks. Taking risks can be more dangerous activities, or even small normal things, like crossing a busy street. Yes, risks are a part of life. Yes, risks seem scary because, well, they are risky. They can involve something we are a little afraid of or uncomfortable with. But in the end, once you try something that takes courage, you will gain so much confidence. You learn that you can do the thing you are afraid of, and you have more confidence next time you encounter something you think you can't do. Taking risks can and will lead to exciting experiences and helps us accomplish goals in life by overcoming a fear or unknown, or something difficult that we face. Sometimes we take a risk and fail, so it's important we never take too big of a risk that would end in disaster. Even when we fail, we can still learn important life lessons, maybe about what risks to avoid or how to do something differently next time. It's very important that we understand that risks we take should be calculated risks, not just blindly taking risks. This means, first, you need to think about what goal are you trying to accomplish and what could go wrong. Ask yourself, can this be done? How can I do it? Gather some information by asking people, doing some research, investigating the area, and observing what's around you. You need to also prepare, make a plan, get the materials, tools, or equipment that might help you. An example from my life to show calculated risks is when I cliff jumped into a mountain river in Italy with my family. Before I just went scampering up the rocks and launched myself off the edge into the ravine below, we determined if it was safe and made a plan. First, I swam around in the water, watched other people, and then talked to them for some tips. Then we started our first from a lower spot on the cliff, then worked our way higher until I was finally ready to jump from the highest point, approximately 10 meters up. As I climbed the rocks, my adrenaline and fear started to build. The water looked so far away, and I was definitely scared. As I neared the edge of the cliff, doubt crept in. What if something does go wrong? What if I slip? But I jumped off despite my fear, and the thrill of air rushing past my face and the explosion of cold mountain water around me all made it worth it. Now I want to share with you my role model. Many of you know who Bear Grylls is. He's famous for making a TV show called Man vs. Wild. In each episode, he would be dropped into the wilderness in different parts of the world, and he had to try and survive and find his way back to civilization. I always liked Bear Grylls because I admire that he's able to get dropped in the middle of absolutely nowhere. Bear found himself in all kinds of scary and crazy situations. Sometimes he failed, but always faced each difficult situation by being confident in his abilities, by keeping calm and trying to figure out how to solve problems, by using the things he finds around him to help. Bear Grylls once said, "If you risk nothing, you gain nothing." If he didn't try, he would not have been able to make it out of his challenges. But by taking calculated risks, he always managed to succeed in the end. In conclusion, I want to repeat how important it is that children get the chance to play outside. I also want to add that I think outside play shouldn't just be about weekends and play dates. I think we should all think about how we can make outdoor play a bigger part of our daily lives. I think schools should also think more about how to encourage unstructured outdoor play during the school day, especially if they can provide an area with trees and open space to run around. Here is one last question to close. Raise your hand and cheer if you would like to have more outdoor playtime at school. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Woo! I hope my talk inspires you to play outside more. And remember, don't be afraid to take risks. Thank you.